Hi guys, today we're gonna do a more barn related video, and I have been busy during this quarantine because I have decided for the first time to hatch chicken eggs. I got the idea from my parents because they want some chickens, and in the past I have hatched duck eggs, but I've never done chicken eggs. So you are going on this journey with me. I'm very excited because we actually started 20 days ago. And to be completely honest, you haven't missed that much because all I've done so far is we laid the eggs with the fat side up, and you do that because you want the air bubble to be in the right spot. That way when it comes to them being completely developed, their beak is going to be at the top of that air bubble, able to breathe and peck out of that shell. I have been turning the eggs 3 to 5 times every day, and you need to make sure it's 3, 5, 7, an odd number, because you want that embryo to develop on different sides of the egg. So say the last time of the night, I same side every night. Say I do it 2 times a day. Well, let's be honest, we're not gonna get up in the middle of the night to turn the eggs. So there's gonna be a time when they are on a side of the egg for longer. That's why you want to do it an odd number of times. On day 1 to day 18, you need to have the humidity at 50 to 40. And I found conflicting things on the temperature. A lot of them said 99.5 degrees and some of them 100.5 degrees. My incubator only goes by 1 degree intervals, so I took the executive decision to put it at 100 degrees. I think that's about it. I will show you my incubator now. I just bought a cheap incubator from, I think it's from Amazon. I'll link it down below if I can find it still, because I got it a couple of years ago whenever I hatched my ducks. But yeah, it's been pretty fun. It's pretty boring so far, but we just got our first crack in an egg and first pip in the egg. So I'll show you that. I'll show you my incubator and I'll show you my little supplies. Also, I forgot to tell you, I only candled all of the eggs once. The more you candle them, it's just, you don't want to handle them any more than what you have to, because basically the more you handle them, the less they're, I guess, being developed. I don't really know. And every time you touch the eggs, you need to wash your hands, because the oils from your hands can actually interfere with the development as well, and sometimes kill an embryo from what I've read. I know when I had my duck eggs and I hatched them, first of all, they were shipped eggs, so they didn't do very well, but also I was so excited to hatch them. I handled them and I candled them way more than what I should have. I only had 2 hatch. Okay, I'm going to try to do ducks again and fight the urge to candle them. It's so much fun to candle them, seeing them jump around in the eggs. These eggs were kind of hard to see. I got them off of a local farmer who has all kinds of chickens, so they're kind of going to be mixed breed chicks, so I'm kind of interested to see what they look like when they come out. Should be pretty fun. In a couple of days we should have a few chicks. Hey guys, this is my incubator. So I'll just quickly go through everything. Right here is where the self-turner was, and it was on a 2-hour countdown, and every 2 hours it would rotate back and forth. What it looks like, and basically it would just pivot back and forth. I also turned the eggs because I wanted the best results possible. Back to the incubator. So this is the degrees. We are at 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And like I said, day 19, it's actually day 20 because we reset this into day 1. I couldn't figure out how to reset it. My husband figured it out. This is the humidity. It needs to be around 70%. We're on 67. I'm happy with that. Let's take a look at the eggs. So what I did on day 18 was I took the tray out and I laid them down on their own, on their sides. At this point, you're not supposed to turn them anymore. They are on lockdown. You should only open the incubator to add more water for the humidity. So what I have for water is I just keep one of these big mason jars beside me. Candling flashlight, it came with my incubator, but it's basically just a flashlight with a little thing over top of it so you can put the egg on top and candle it. I'm so sorry that I didn't have you guys on here for candling, because that really is one of the only exciting parts besides hatching. We have our first pip and an egg. You can barely see it there, but we have a chick trying to hatch out. I will update you as they hatch. Okay guys, it is about 10:30 here. I'm getting ready to sign off and go to bed on day 20, and I just noticed another hip in the shell. I don't know if you can see that. It's really hard to see, but there it is. See you in the morning. Good morning. It's about 8 o'clock here, and we have had lots of action overnight. They are peeping up a storm. This one over here that cracked first is going to hatch soon. He or she has made quite some progress overnight, and I counted 6 starting to hatch. So it's probably 10 minutes later. I'm super pissed I missed it, but our first little chick has popped in.
I feel like he just wants a friend so bad. He's like, please come out. And this chick has been just hanging around the second one that's cracked. It's almost like he or she is trying to encourage this one to hatch. Pretty cute if you ask me. Oh my goodness, the second chick looks black. How cool. One thing I do want to note is that when these chicks hatch, and whenever my ducks hatch, I thought that they were going to die because, hi Pip, baby Pip wants to make an appearance, but whenever these chicks hatch, they look like they're gonna die, but you just gotta know that they spent all of their time, all of their energy pecking out of that shell, so they are going to lay there before they get any strength.
Alright guys, it's just after 9 on day 21, and we have 4 chicks out of their shells, and we have 4 that are pipped. One of the 4 is ready to come out. I said it's day 21. It's not gonna change because we changed it late. We have 4 chicks hatched, 1 is almost hatched. My humidity went down to 63%, and I'm thinking I shouldn't mess with it unless it gets a little lower. Anyways, you shouldn't mess with them while they're hatching. So hi guys, makeup free here because it's the end of the night, and I actually just didn't even put any makeup on today because quarantine, right? Quarantine. I did straighten my hair. Anyways, tonight with all the excitement, my husband finally told me that I could have chickens. I thought that was quite interesting because he's always been very against chickens. He wants every animal in the world, but he did not want chickens. Now he wants chickens, so maybe one day I'll have chickens, but this is my first experience and it's been a good one so far. Yeah. Hopefully my parents will let me name one. I always come up with the greatest names. Is quarantine making anybody else crazy? I literally only see my husband. He comes home and he's so tired, he falls asleep in the chair, and he is the only other adult that I see. So now I'm sitting here talking to my iPhone. Anybody else with me here? I'm telling you. Craziness. All right, random rambles. Alright guys, so the one that just hatched has some grossness on the, I can't hardly see, but I'm hoping that it's okay. I think it's what's left of the yolk. I don't know if it just wasn't completely ready to pop out, but I did not interfere at all. I don't know. It's like his insides are on the outside a little bit, but I've read that that's normal. In a couple of days it'll either resorb or he won't make it. Good morning. I don't know if you can see, but we had a couple of chicks hatch overnight. We have 7 chicks now, and one is working its way out. The other 3 eggs have not hipped or anything yet. Typically they have to hatch by day 23, I think. But I'll probably let them go to like day 24 or 25, just if there's any chance for them to hatch. And if they don't hatch by then, I'm going to very carefully poke a hole into the shell, see if there's anything in there. If there isn't, we'll crack the egg and look at it. If there is, we'll put it back in also carefully and try to let it hatch. Also, I have to tell you, I cannot wait to hold these chicks. Some of them are so freaking cute. Okay, let's be honest. All chicks are cute, but some are extra cute. And I'm just so excited because I hatched these. It is about noon. This guy has not made much progress. I'm a little worried about him. I feel like he's not very motivated. He's pecking, but he's pecking where it's already open. So I'm trying to encourage the chicks to help, because yesterday the first chick that hatched was very instrumental in helping the others hatch. So we have 8 hatched, and we have 2 more trying. Only 1 egg left that hasn't started. I'm pretty excited for this next one that's gonna hatch. It was in our bluish green egg, and when I candled, I couldn't see in this egg at all, so I wasn't sure if anything was gonna be in it, but I'm pretty excited. Tail end of day 22, and the chicks just knocked over my shot. They are getting so rambunctious. Chick 9 just hatched. So it's getting to be the tail end of day 23. Chick number 10 came out of his shell about a half of an hour ago. I decided that it had been over 48 hours since the first chick hatched, and it was time to move them over to their tote. As soon as he came out of his shell, they all started attacking him. So I put everybody in the tote, and I'm just gonna let him dry off alone because he was kind of stuck in his shell. The only reason he came out is because whenever I was transferring the other chicks, I broke his shell just a smidge, and he pushed himself out after that. I thought I'd give him a little help there because I knew in the air bubble
I could see that it was all dried out and he was starting to get stuck to his shell. And when they get stuck to their shell, they can actually die like that. I don't think he needs to be with the other ones because the other ones were all pecking on him like it was their dinner. That's where I have the temporary little spot for the chicks. I'm going to run them over to my parents later. And they are just cute as can be, very calm. I love this little black one with the yellow spot. They're all just so very calm and cute.
Alright guys, so you don't have to tell me how beautiful I look. I just got out of the shower and I have my awesome glasses on. Also don't need to hear about how awesome they are because I already know. Anyways, so couple of things. Egg number 11, I'm pretty sure is a dud. It hasn't done anything yet. I'm going to give it until tomorrow morning, but I'm pretty sure it's a dud because if you guys could smell the smell that I'm smelling, ugh, it is stinky. So I'm thinking that that last really dark egg was either not fertilized or it stopped developing halfway through. But like I said, I'm gonna give it the good old college try to let it do its thing. Alright guys, the time has come to see what's in this egg. See if there's anything trying to get out. It feels like nothing has even developed. This one I could not see because either the shell was so thick or because it was so dark. Whenever I candled, I couldn't see anything in this egg.
Right, so egg number 11 was never even fertilized. So as you can see, yuck. There you have it.
How does it feel being a chicken farmer now?
Oh, I love it. I love them.
Alright guys, I just wanted to give my final thoughts. I'm so happy with the results. All of the fertilized eggs that were in the dozen hatched and only 2 were not fertilized. I'm happy that I could do that for my parents and it was a learning experience for me. It's quite an improvement from the last time I tried to hatch my shipped duck eggs. I only had 2 hatch. 3 tried to hatch, but only 2 ended up hatching. And that was with an assisted hatch. Someday I will try to hatch the duck eggs again, but in general, it is easier to hatch chicken eggs than duck eggs. And there's a lot that goes into that. But I am so happy that my parents are now chicken farmers. I get to experience their experience from afar and see the ups and downs of that before me and my husband decide for sure if we want chickens or not. And it's just a fun experience to do on the farm. I will hopefully be hatching more poultry in the future whenever my baby girl gets a little older and can enjoy it. But in general, it's just always fun. You always learn something, and it's just amazing that you can get an egg from a chicken and 21 days later you have another chicken and you did it yourself. So I mean, honestly, it's quite fun. So I hope you enjoy my video, and you know, if you enjoy videos like this, then just keep watching.